All right, what's up? What's up? Hope you're doing well today. Going on a little walk this morning, we can feel that fall in the air. And I love fall and winter, so I'm really looking forward to the season that's upon us because it's been a hot one this year. But with all of that said, what I want to talk to you about today is freight brokering after you turn 50 years old. Now, some people say, wow, little fox over there's kind of startled me there. I didn't see him before he saw me, but he didn't attack me, so we're good. With that said, freight brokering after 50 years old. For me, freight brokering after 50 is a very different experience than freight brokering when I was younger. I started my freight broker business at 42 years old, quit my job at 39. So I've been in business for myself for the last 11 years. I turned 50 in November. This past November, I hit 50. And what I can definitely say is operating my business now as compared to before 50 is a different experience. Now, what is different? What is the real difference between business before 50 and business after 50? Well, for me, I would have to say I started to notice some things happening with me at that 49-year-old time frame. I started to lose interest in what I was doing every day. And it's easy to lose interest when you're working your butt off every day, 12 hours a day for a long period of time. And when you're operating a one-man brokerage, that's what you're doing. It's you. It's all about you all day long, every day. And after a while, that can take a toll. And not only that, you're also, in my case, I was going through a transition time period in my life. When I hit that 49-year-old time, I started to feel different. Started to feel some things different that was going on with me. Now, I don't have any health issues that I'm aware of, but when you hit 50 years old, you can certainly know that the garbage that we've been eating and the things that we've been doing to our bodies over that time period, well, it's going to take a toll. And just the natural process of aging, the natural process of getting older changes things. What did it change with me? Well, it changed my approach. When I told you, when I started hitting that 49-year-old mark, I started to notice then, damn, I don't feel the same. Some things are changing in my life. My energy is not the same. I don't have the same outlook. You know, I have a whole lot of other things that I'm thinking about now instead of just business. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of that has to do with the fact that I've gone into this business. I've secured myself, secured my family. So you know, sometimes you lose that drive. You lose that motivation if it's not something you really enjoy doing, right? So if freight brokering is not something that is just what you're passionate about, serving people is not something you are really, really passionate about, serving them all day, every day, then you could start to lose interest in that after a while, right? Especially after you've made some really decent money and secured yourself and your family, right? So a part of it has to do with that. But another part of it is the aging process, getting older and dealing with what comes with that mentally and physically, right? And when you don't have that same drive, you're not showing up with the same energy every day, well, some things are going to change for you, not only in your life, your physical and mental, but also with your business, right? There's definitely going to be some changes with that. For me, when it comes down to how I approach business now as compared to how I approached it when I was younger, well, when I was younger, it was all day, every day, business, business, business. That's what was driving me, right? But now things have changed. I have other things that I'm concerned about, like how I'm going to be seen, how people are going to view me, particularly my family, those that are within my inner circle. How will I be remembered when I'm no longer here, right? So what it was for me was saying, okay, I've achieved some things in business, and now I want to achieve some other things in life. I want to do some other things in life. That's why it's so important to make sure you do right by the money that you're making, right? So that you can have the freedom that you want to do the things that are really, really important to you. Because when you're running a one-man brokerage, and that's what you're doing all day, every day, sometimes, more times than not, you can get kind of drained on that, right? You can get burned out doing that every single day. And the question is then, what do you do then? What's next? You know, do you keep freight brokering? Do you keep doing something that you've been doing because you can make money at it? Or do you go a different route and pursue something now that you really, really want to do? If you've acquired the assets and the capital, then that affords you more more ability to do that when you got access to assets and capital, right? So I think that's what it's about. Making sure that you don't forget that there's a human element in all of this, right? You are a real person, and real things are going to happen to you. And it doesn't matter whether you're a business owner. It doesn't matter whether you're an employee. Life is going to happen. And the question is, how are you going to handle it when it happens? I talked to you about that transitioning from who you were to who you are now. How I look at that is, I'm a different man today at 50 years old than I was at 30, at 40. I'm a different man. I think about life differently. I do things in life differently, right? Physically, I'm not the same person that I was. Mentally, when it comes down to the mental aspect of it, things have changed as far as my mental is concerned as well, right? We're growing, but at the same time, I know in my own mind I'm not as sharp at 50 years old as I was at 30, at 40. So life takes place and things change, and we have to change, I believe, with the changes, right? You know, you can accept it and live your life, a full life in the new you that you are, and refine that and do the very best that you can in that person that you are now. Or you can reject it